The knee-length basketball shorts, the baggy shirt that doesn't fully match, the shades and the swagger. We are looking at a Sandler fit, my friends. Not just that, we are looking at real quiet luxury.
But normally when one sees photographs of Adam out and about, it just evokes sympathy and pity.
Make no mistake, I am completely genuine when I say that Adam Sandler is the epitome of quiet luxury, and I am so pumped to talk about this topic today. Because one, you guys know that I love dissecting conspicuous consumption and our relationship with money, but also because Adam Sandler just seems like an awesome dude whose public money moves we could learn a lot from. Which is why today we are diving into a case study on Adam Sandler and his quiet luxury. But first things first, let's get a definition out there. For the non-chronically online folks, quiet luxury is the name of a popular aesthetic trend that is about stealth wealth. It's not ostentatious, it's not showing off brand names, it's not screaming to the world that you have money, but instead whispering it. Typically, it's focused on high-quality items that elite people in the know about luxury will recognize as luxury. Take a peek at Vogue's quiet luxury articles and you'll see tons of high-priced minimalist items featured on there, from $800 jeans to $1,300 shirts. One of the best examples people refer to for quiet luxury is the show Succession, an HBO series about the lives of a billionaire family. All of the billionaire children in the show wear inconspicuous but pricey clothing, from Kendall Roy's $500 baseball cap to Shiv Roy's $1,800 jacket to Roman Roy's $600 sunglasses. But while there are some genuinely great things we can take away from the quiet luxury trend, namely that focusing on high quality staple items versus fast fashion micro trends is ultimately a better approach to clothing, the problem I see is that it's just repackaging the same problem.
It's like when someone tries so hard to look like they didn't try. It's just another version. People posting on the back of boats saying #blessed, or on the veranda of the most expensive hotel in the world at a $1 billion wedding in the south of France. Like, that's just another version of being loud about luxury.
At its heart, the quiet luxury trend, as we traditionally think about it, is still incredibly focused on wealth signaling. It's still about conspicuous consumption, where we equate material possessions with success and money. And that is not to say that we should never buy high quality or expensive items. I actually think if done properly, typical quiet luxury clothes can be really great investments for your wardrobe. But when approached as a way to purely signal your status above others or your financial means, I think it's ultimately a flawed trend. Though something that I do think is really worth having high quality in are your glasses, and fortunately, those do not always have to be expensive. I myself need and use glasses, though I wear contacts when I'm filming because I don't want it to reflect on the filming lights. And lately, I've been looking for new glasses to fit my updated prescription this year, and that process was made so much easier with today's sponsor, Warby Parker. Not only does Warby Parker offer designer quality frames of so many different styles, but they also help you pick what kind of frames are going to fit best with your face and with your style. I took a quiz on my features and then used Warby Parker's virtual try-on tool to see how the frames would look on me. You literally do not even need to move from your couch now to try on different frames. But if you're a more tactile person, you can also go into any of the in-person Warby Parker stores or receive 5 free try-on pairs directly to you. I did this myself in part to try on my favorite picks, but also so that I can show you guys how high quality and well crafted these glasses really are. These are really cute because they have this pink to white ombre going on. They also feel really light on my face, which I like. This one is somewhat similar in the style. I also really like how it sits on my face because it doesn't rest on my cheeks at all. And it's different because I've never had clear glasses before, and I was really curious about trying it and seeing what that would look like on me. Same with these because it has this turtle shell pattern that I've never done before, and I was curious how that would look on me. I quite like it. I feel like it's giving this librarian vibe. And then these two last ones were metal frames. While I do like those thicker frames, I don't know, something about the metal ones I just think are really cute and sleek. And then these ones are so far my favorite, but I feel like I'm given a little bit of Harry Potter here, and I think they're just really cute. They feel really nice on my face, but I'm curious what you guys think in the comments below, so let me know which of those 5 should I go with? Which one is going to be Cara's glasses? Let me know. But seriously, Warby Parker makes the process of trying on and choosing glasses so easy and so affordable. Their pairs start start at only $95, plus for every pair that you purchase, another one is distributed to someone in need. If you've been on the hunt for eyeglasses or sunglasses, definitely check out Warby Parker's virtual try-on tool at warbyparker.com or on their app, and shop all of the amazing styles that Warby Parker offers. And right now, you can save 15% when you buy 2 or more prescription pairs of glasses or sunglasses, maybe one pair for indoors and one when you're out in the sun. And this offer is available both at home and in stores. Check out my link below or scan the QR code on the screen, and thank you so much to Warby Parker for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so returning to the concept of quiet luxury, you know who I think perfectly captures quiet luxury, as in the deep philosophy behind the wealth whispering that we are talking about today? I don't think it's going to be a surprise. It's literally in the title of this video, but it's Adam Sandler. Let's just do a fit breakdown for Adam Sandler, shall we? We'll take one of his streetwear paparazzi looks, just like we'd see with quiet luxury icons like Kendall Jenner or the Olsen twins. Here we have Sandler wearing a blue Superman shirt, which matches this $18 shirt I found. Some red basketball shorts. I can't tell where they're from, but these Nike ones I found for $30 are fairly similar. And then we have a pair of Nike sneakers. Not sure which exact one it is, but I found this pair for $140 that seems fitting. Barring accessories and underwear, we are looking at a $188 fit right there. Classic, functional, can easily mix and match with the rest of his wardrobe, and honestly, iconic.
You find a t-shirt that fits, you wear it. You find a pair of shorts that's a little loose, you wear it.
Yeah.
Even more iconic when you consider Adam Sandler's net worth, which is at an estimated $440 million. Some might be surprised by this net worth because Sandler's movies aren't always in the headlines like superhero blockbusters are, but the dude is prolific. He is listed as the highest paid actor in Hollywood by Forbes, raking in an estimated $73 million this past year. A bulk of that income comes from his 2 multi-movie Netflix deals, both of which were reported to be around $250 million each. You may have even seen some of these Sandler Netflix movies, from the murder mystery series to Stanley Wexler to his recent You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah that came out last year. Obviously, $73 million is an absurd amount of money that most of us will never see in our lifetime, let alone make in 1 year. Nevertheless, I think there are some really interesting insights we can gather from Adam Sandler's relationship between wealth and the appearance of wealth. But before we dive into that, I do want to flag an obvious thing here. And that is that from a fashion standpoint, yes, Adam Sandler is a fantastic example of quiet luxury. But I am not making the case that Adam Sandler is some martyr of frugality who never flexes his wealth. Dude has a lot of multi-million-dollar homes, including a whole portfolio of mansions just in SoCal alone, and reportedly has a luxury car collection that includes a $350,000 Ferrari. I don't say any of that to undermine how humble of a guy Adam Sandler seems to be. I actually worked for his company Happy Madison in college, and just from the peripheral experience that I had with him, he struck me as a very down-to-earth, humble, and family-oriented guy. Plus, dude has made good money and is enjoying his life. I'm not demonizing that, but I did want to flag that more holistic look at his wealth portfolio just to acknowledge that there are other ways that someone can indulge, spend money, signal wealth or status beyond clothing. All that in mind, I still think there is so much to learn from Adam Sandler's relationship with wealth and appearance. In particular, I'm thinking about that concept of the millionaire next door. I've mentioned this phrase in other videos before, and the concept comes from a book with the same title published in 1996 by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko. In the book, the authors compiled research about American millionaires and their behavior. What the book tries to drill home is that our assumptions about millionaires, that they're decked out in obvious luxury head to toe, isn't really accurate. This passage from the book captures the debunking perfectly, with the authors writing, quote, "Most people who are not wealthy think millionaires own expensive clothes, watches, and other status artifacts. We have found this is not the case. Most millionaires we have interviewed over the past 20 years have never spent even the equivalent of 1% of their wealth on clothes, watches, or other luxury items. They think differently from the crowd. They do not think that a penny saved is a penny earned. Instead, they think that a penny saved is a penny of profit." They understand that building wealth is about careful management of resources and not conspicuous consumption. I want to double click on that final phrase mentioned there, conspicuous consumption, because that is something that I think Adam Sandler is very good about avoiding doing in his everyday appearance. To refresh, conspicuous consumption is when we spend money on things beyond reasonable practicality so that we can signal our wealth to others. This could be driving a Cybertruck because God knows there is no reason you need a six-figure tank on your suburban street, or it could look like buying a luxury watch, which tells the time just the same as your everyday Walmart watch. See my most recent video on de-influencing designer items to hear more about that. Or it could be having a huge collection of tech gadgets and new phones every year, because let's be honest, the iPhones don't change enough to justify a brand new phone every year. I think that without thinking, most of us are innately drawn to conspicuous consumption. Even once we start considering it, it's hard to resist that urge of wanting to communicate status through our purchases. I catch myself doing it, and it makes sense to me because we are social creatures. From an evolutionary standpoint, signaling may have been a great way for our ancestors to show our survival strengths in order to mate or just stay alive. But just because it's normal for us to feel that urge doesn't mean that we shouldn't challenge ourselves to reject a more status-driven lifestyle. That is again my problem with the quiet luxury trend as it's been popularized, because it's still centered around status signaling rather than practicality or deeper expression. Think about it. If it was truly quiet luxury, as in quiet, keep your mouth shut, you are made of money, you do not need to spread the word about it, don't we think that Adam Sandler would kind of be the poster boy for the trend? But instead, when we see examples of quiet luxury, it's always with this angle of what will other people notice. This idea that certain people will pick up on the luxury brands the general public isn't aware of, or on a more foundational level, that your aesthetic choices are intentionally aligning you with wealthy social aesthetics. It's a crafting and curating of your social identity signaling so that you're subconsciously associated with the popular imagery of wealth. Not a bad thing if you just like the look, of course, but I think it's worth asking ourselves why we're pursuing this aesthetic in the first place. Is it because we really love the style and it resonates with us? Or is it so we can communicate wealth to those around us, even strangers? There's a famous quote that goes, "Money talks, wealth whispers." The idea behind the quote is that true wealth is subtle and confident, whereas actively trying to display your wealth can sometimes be a sign of insecurity or desperate need for social validation. That is why I seriously think Adam Sandler is a great blueprint for our own wealth journeys. Dude seems secure in himself with no need to show off when he walks down the street or posts on social media. I mean, he shows up to his own movie premieres, normally glamorous events where you're decked out in fancy clothes, in hoodies and sweatpants.
What the hell are you doing? I'm not standing next to him.
I didn't do it.
What?
You said it. You texted me.
I didn't.
Please wear your sweatshirt.
I said, please don't wear your
You
sweatshirt.
said don't.
Not to mention, his social media is almost exclusively promo for his projects or tributes to his late friends, not much flexing to be found. And sure, we could chalk up that confidence to being worth over $400 million, but even at the start of his career, he was rocking the understated, inexpensive look. Plus, people love to dunk on his movies, and I'm not here to say whether they're real cinema or not, though I will say Happy Gilmore is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. Oh! Don't worry about that. Made of wood. It's real sturdy.
But I give Sandler credit for continuing to make the art he wants to make with his friends, despite the constant hate he's received for it. I'm playing armchair psychologist here, but from my perspective, Adam Sandler's commitment to not flexing his riches to the world and not worrying so much about whether he's cool or fits in is coming from a place of real grounded security with himself. And that is super relevant to our own relationship with money. As we make purchases, bring in money, and grow our wealth over time, we have to consider the emotional relationship we have to money and to ourselves. Do we feel confident? Do we seek other people's validation? It might not seem like it, but those questions are just as, if not more important to our financial security as questions around retirement planning and income strategies. ways. But what do you think? Am I giving Adam Sandler way too much credit here? Or is he really the new face of quiet luxury? I think we gotta make it a thing. Walking your own path, rocking the clothes you love versus what other people think make you look rich, valuing relationships in your life and taking control of your career, that is what we should all be doing, right? Anyways, I really hope that you guys liked this video. It was so much fun to write, and if you did like it, be sure to subscribe, and you can check out one of my other videos that I think you'll really like called Fake Rich Flexing Vacation Edition. Thank you so much to my patrons on Patreon for supporting this channel and those who donate on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you guys for watching and getting this far, and I will see you next time. Bye.